Hello, people. Hello, hello, hello. We are live. How are we all doing?
Hello people, hello.
Let's come out on my speakers. Stop that, shall we? Okay. Let's have the chat there. Right. Ready to win, ready to win. Who's ready to win? Just going to put a story on my Instagram quickly. Hi guys, hi guys, hi guys. Sorry, I'm just putting a story on Instagram, getting some more people in. And then we're going to start having a look at US30, bit of gold. Gonna have a look at it all. How are we all doing, guys? How are we all doing? I've got a special guest with me today. Sounds not good? Okay, let me turn that up. How's that? Is that any better? Cool. Let's get to it. Cool. So US30. Oh, actually, let me show you my special guest first. Let me show you my special guest. Hello. Come. Whoopah! Say hello, Bets. Say hello. Oh, she's a good girl. Go on. Back on the sofa. Right, US30. Let's have a look today. So, it's at quite a key level at the moment. I've got my mother over me now. Good one, Bets. Thanks. Okay, so 4 hour. Actually, let's go back to the daily quick. Let's get rid of this mess we've got here. So on the daily, at the moment, you can see we ranged for quite some time in this area here. And after that, oh, one sec, let me just turn my camera on properly. Okay, cool. That's recording. So yeah, as I was saying, US30 has been ranging on the daily inside of this range for quite some time. And you can see we had that crossover here of the moving averages, which signifies to us that we can start looking for sells. Incidentally, market has broken through this range and has come back up for that retest. A classic pattern we see time and time again on many time frames. What am I doing? So we've broken through, we've come for that retest. And here's what I'm looking for. Obviously it's on the daily, and it's obviously going to happen over a long period of time, but it's a classic pattern we see multiple times where price is trading within a range, it breaks through that range, it retests that range, and it starts to make new lows. And you can see it's happening right now. If I zoom in a little more, let's get this toolbar up here. We've had that clean breakout of lots of volume to the downside. We've found a new low down here. We've come back up. We've retested this structure. We've broken through. And now we can start looking for sells back down to these zones here, possibly. But longer term, back down through here for a retest. And then back down again. So on the daily, we're coming up now for what looks like a double top up here. This is another sign, of course, we can look for sales again, and that is what we will be doing. I'm going to be quite wary of this. This is the 200 moving average. That price yesterday did close above, so that could be a sign we could have some consolidation in this area here, in between the two moving averages. But for me, I'm going to be waiting for price to come down, preferably below, zoom in a bit more, preferably below this moving average before we can start taking trades to the downside, back down towards all of this volume we've got down here. So with that in mind, you can see the daily candle is actually flipping now to the downside, which is a good sign as well. I'm going to go to the 4-hour time frame and see what's happening there. So we've got, actually I'm going to move this zone up to here, where we've got these wicks. These can be targets. So, to back to the 4-hour. You can see about that double top I just said. Let's get that in frame. We had that first move up to here, and we moved back down, again collecting more, collecting more volume here, and we've come back up again for that second test of this level. So for me, as well as seeing that and seeing these wicks here, this is a good sign for sales. 100%. What I would look for sales is for sure a break below this level here on the 4-hour, a close below this level, so we can get a mini break and retest. Why is that arrow pointing both ways? We want a mini little break and retest here, maybe on the 4-hour. What about US news later? Yeah, sounds low. Okay, let's turn it up. How's that? Any better? Okay, so yes, on the hourly you can see that 4-hour zone I just marked out. It's a little choppy to the left, but on US30, as you know, we're only looking for small moves. We don't want, do you know what I mean? We don't want to see, we're not trying to catch thousands of pips here. We just want small moves on the 15-minute, on the 5-minute time frame. Is all we're looking for. So this is looking good for me on the hourly. We've got these two very bearish candles here. Volume starting to come in. We've just got to be very wary, because price could quite easily push back up again here, and we could range within this zone for quite some time. So I'm going to look for a break at this level. I'm going to set an alert on here when the bar closes. So I'm going to be notified as soon as that happens. On the 15-minute, again, similar story. Here's the lows that we want to be taking out. And again, there's that daily 200 moving average as well, that we want to be very wary of. We've got clean price action to the left. Once we're below this sort of level, we've got clean area here to trade, all the way down back to this zone here where those wicks are on the 4-hour and daily. Oh. So yeah, again with US30, it's this waiting game. I'm going to be waiting for a move today, something like this. Maybe we can have a bounce off that moving average. That's my move I'm looking for today on US30 here. Something like this. Sorry, you can't see that. There we go. Something like that is my move on US30 today. But as always, we shall see. Just going to wait for that hourly to break through and close below this level here. How I set up the 250 MAs? Yeah, so on the daily is how I have them set up. So I have obviously a 200 based on the daily time frame. I don't have it based on the chart because that will change based on which time frame you're looking at. I have it set to the daily. We have gaps on. Yeah, it's just a 200 based on the open. Colour, obviously you can do what you want. But yeah, that's what I have. I have the exact same, but the other one's 50, not 200. And they just give me that extra confirmation of where we are and what sort of price action we're looking for. You can see price was coming up here. We had that crossover around here. It doesn't mean, you can see where that crossover just there, it doesn't mean sell now. So if you sold right here, it's terrible, you don't want to do that. It just gives you an indication that in general, the market's from here is going to be going down, which it has. Okay. Let's take a look at gold. We had a trade yesterday on gold that stopped us at a break even. I've set 2 positions today actually in the chart. What is that smell? Ugh. Smells like bins in here. It's grim. Okay. I've set 2 positions on gold today, as I wasn't sure I was going to be live streaming and I wasn't sure how much time I'm going to be sat in front of the charts. But I set a sell limit and a buy limit. Gold's trading really nicely in these zones I've marked here, you can see. We've had highs up here multiple times, failing to break out. We've had 3 touches now up here. We're coming back down to these lows down here. Okay. We've had very, very strong. If I go back to the 4 hour, you can see how strong this volume is to the downside here. This move, huge move right down there. And all we're having now, all we're seeing is a retracement of this level. So for me, I'm looking for price to come back up to this level here and retest this zone, this key level here, before again coming back down. Okay. So I've set 2 orders. On the 4 hour we can have a look at the fib from the high of the move to the low of the move. You can see where that sell limit is. I know it's a bit messy, sorry, I've got alerts everywhere. Let me make this a bit bolder. You can see out of that whole 4 hour move, I'm looking for entries on that 38.2% fib retracement. And again, I'm looking for buys, looking for a quick in and out on this level down here when price does come back down to retest these levels, because inevitably we're going to have a slight retracement. We're going to get in and out of the market real quick there. This doesn't mean as well, just looking at this, the way I've said it, so the sells first and the buys after, doesn't mean I'm looking for a sell then a buy. Like, if, do you know what I mean, if the buy comes, if it comes down here and triggers first the buy, it's absolutely fine by me. I've got my alert set, so I'm going to know exactly when I'm in the market. But yeah, that's my thoughts on gold. Half 10. Right, cool. Gold. That is gold. Which I'll look at next. GBP CAD. I haven't traded pound CAD in quite a while. Let's have a look. Let's clear this chart off. Let's do some analysis from scratch. So, from the daily. Okay. If we zoom out here, you can see obviously we had this cross here of the MAs, which told us we were going to be looking for sales, which it happened. And now we've broken back up and we've had another one here. And we are trading above both the 50 and the 200 MA right now. So I'm looking for buys in this market. But saying that, I can mark these highs up here. We've got this level here, which I'm actually going to neaten up with a magnet. We've got this level here, which we're at right now on the daily. We've got lows down here. See, for me in a daily, that's in a bit of a range right now. You can see how that can quite easily start doing this until we've had a breakout at either side. I think this is going to range for quite some time. But again, saying that, if you look at the volume, if you look at just this price action here, this is heavily bullish. We're above 50 and 200 MA. We're making higher highs, higher lows. We're pushing up. Let's see what the 4 hours doing. You can see that zone, that high, is being respected. We're ranging right now. What's that? We're ranging right now in here. So yeah, so for me, pound CAD, I would wait for a clean break on the 4 hour of this area here. And I'd scale down to the 1 hour and look for retests in and around this zone and look for entries onto the upside. You've got a lot of clean range all the way up to here to take buys all the way up this week. So for me, I'm going to set an alert here per bar close. So I'm going to be notified as soon as price does break through that level, and I can scale down and look for retests. But yeah, that's my thoughts on pound CAD. It's a little messy right now. Look at the hourly. It's messy inside of this range. I would get out of this bad boy. And that for me is a no trade zone inside of there. Okay. What's next? Euro USD. Absolutely. Let's have a look. I did a little markup on this morning. Euro USD again on the daily. We can see again we had that MA cross down here, which signified we're going for sales. And we've had a new one here quite recently. And now we can look for buys. Again, it's trading above both the 250 moving average right now. On the daily as well, we've got this level. That's the wrong tool. Targets are up here. Here's targets on the daily. The 4 hour, we've had that big bullish push up here. And we've simply had, that's the wrong tool. We've had that pullback. I'm looking for that. That's what I'm looking for. Moving average settings, I just went through that a minute ago. I have two, both based on the daily time frame. I have a 50 moving average and a 200 moving average. So yeah, Euro USD for me today doesn't look like it's going to be a trade available to take. I want to be taking buys in this area really up to here, but this little zone here, I'm not liking the look of, especially because we had that. Whoa! Especially because we had that wick out in that area there. Not really favouring it right now because we've only got, in terms of range, only 25 pips up back to that zone. I mean, if you're a scalper, yeah, you could look for buys in and around where we are now, back up to this zone. But I want more of a clean range before taking a trade for sure. Let's just take a look quickly at, let me just remind myself what we've got open right now. We can have a look. Pound USD is looking good. Let's turn off these sessions. This is a trade I shared on Friday. Yeah, Friday. Simple trade really on pound USD. I was a little worried about holding it over the weekend, obviously because we've got US news and things like that, but I did hold it. Again, I missed the ideal entry really. We're trading on the 4 hour above both moving averages. We broke out of this level here. We came back down for a retest and we've moved back up. Ideally for me, I would have liked to have entered this trade around here. But we got back in and had a second retest of this zone and we did get back in. This trade's currently running 62 pips in profit. I am going to look to close this maybe today as we have got this level forming, which price is respecting. But again, if we go to the hourly and get the fib tool out, from the low to the high, if we can respect this zone here, the 38.2% or the 50, if we break below that 50, I'm going to look to close this out. But I can quite easily see this doing something like this. I don't know what's happened to my candles. Arrow, yeah. Strange. But yeah, I'm looking for it to respect this 38.2% level and keep moving up. If we do come back up to this level here and fail to break through once more, I will look to close out this for sure. Oh, my mouse is going funny. Here we go. Okay, so there's pound USD, a little live trade run right now. There's not really much else happening. US30's coming. You're shorting USD is a good idea. I mean, I'm personally looking for buys longer term, but it depends. I could see it come back down into these levels here. That could quite possibly happen before another push up. But on the overall trend, I'm looking for buys. And that's what I like to do. If I'm looking for buys overall, say based on the 4 hour or the daily, if a trade on the 15 minute or 5 minute looks good for the opposite, I'm not going to take it. I'm going to stick to what I've said already. If I've decided, right, we're in a bullish trend here, I'm only looking for buys. I'm not looking to take those quick little reversals. I'm looking to follow the trend. The trend is your friend. Okay. What else do you want me guys to look? Pardon me. What else do you guys want me to have a look at today? Could do some more analysis. US30 is looking good at the moment. That bearish momentum is coming in hot. Here's my zone I want to take trades in today in here. Looks like we are breaking through. EuroCAD, someone said. I think I'm liking EuroCAD lately. I'm liking it a lot. I'm in a trade right now and can't say it's looking good. We did hit our take profit one. This was only a 1.67 risk to reward trade, which isn't ideal. But the sentiment for me is I'm looking for sales. We broke below this level and we've retested it on a lower time frame. The trade was clean up to this point. But for me it's still valid. As long as we're trading below this level here, I'm still absolutely happy for sales. Because this 4 hour candle here that closed in the zone is absolutely fine. If we're trading in that zone, I'm fine. If this 4 hour candle closes above the zone, then we can start looking to take some of our position off and cutting our losses. But again, if we're below this previous lower high, we're still good for sales. So I'm holding that for sure. I've got another similar trade on USD CHF at the moment, which I think is just moving into profit. Yeah. Doncaster. Won't be answering that. But yeah, this is USD CHF. I'm just looking for a quick one really here. We're 20 pips in profit. We respected this zone here. I did think it might happen where price was going to come back down to this level here, but it did. That's why we set our stop loss a little wider. And that trade is now looking good. Do I stream every day? Not at the moment, no. I'm going to do another live stream tomorrow. So if you do want to see more live trading, obviously subscribe below. Drop a like as well, please. That would be highly appreciated. And yeah, there's going to be some live trading tomorrow. Definitely, I'm going to be on today for maybe an hour maximum. Just because I've got some things to do. But yeah, going to be a big live stream tomorrow. US30, I like it. We've got 14 minutes left on the hourly. If this does close, let's say for example it closed right now, how it is right now, I would then scale down to the 5 minute or the 15 minute, look for retests of that zone and take my sells. So don't jump into sells right now. Obviously we've had these 3 bearish candles. We could wick back into this zone and continue this range. So we're not going to rush into anything right now. I'm just going to grab a drink quickly. Bear with me. Bets, take over the live stream. Come on. Up. Come here. You're doing the live. Just got my substitute. Good girl, stay there. No, she doesn't want to sit. You don't want to sit. Come on in. Come on in. Yee. Look at this dog. Sit up nicely. There you go. So Bex, look, US30. We're going to take a sell, okay? We're going to take a sell. And it's going to win. Okay? Say hello to everyone. Woo! She's such a good dog. Go on then. She wants to go back on that sofa. She's going to get Larry now. Good girl. Right then, guys. How are we looking? Pardon me. 11 minutes left on this hourly candle. I'm for sure going to be looking for target 1 here, target 2 down here. We've got a good bit of range, I feel. Yeah, there's 80 pips there. Like we can easily grab a lot of pips here. Lines. No, we're cool. Lovely dog. Yeah, she is a lovely dog. She's a good girl. See, I'm tempted if this candle closes here. We'd need to see some sort of wick. Maybe if it closed like here, could definitely look to jump in. There's 70 pips there to take. But with this volume I'm seeing now, I'd very much want to see something just like this here, where we've had those 2 little retracements, a nice wick to the upside. Right, we can replicate this price action just here, 1 or 2 maybe. You see some sort of retracement. Again, got to be wary. You can see on the 5 minute, where was it? The MA. Why is it not loading? That moving average is most likely going to be like that today. So that's the area to be wary of. This is looking good. Let's have a look at the 5 minute. Okay, I'm looking for sales at this point. I want to see one. Okay, we're gonna do. We're not selling right now. Don't get your horn on. Second target here. This will be TP1. That's that level we like. Don't know why I'm doing it this way. The lazy way out. That will be target 1. Do not enter sales yet. We're not in sales yet. I'm going to get it ready though on my phone. US30. 50 lots. Fuck. I'm going to take 2 entries. We're going to split our risk. 3 minutes left of this candle. Stops, I'm going to be conservative, I think. About here. 50 pip stop. 181 pip target on that. Let's see how this closes. And we could be jumping in for some US30 sales here. Just looking at the hour on my phone. I think this is going to be a quick in and out for sure. As long as that hourly's by there. You know what, I might even take target 1 to here. Just at that wick there you can see on the hourly. Which is still, if we close right now, that target 1 is still 35 pips, so this could very much easily be a fake out. Could very easily be a fake out, but we will see. Of course, we're going to risk only 1% of our balance on the trade, so if we do get stopped out, we can look for another entry. That's the thing about my risk to reward ratio is this trade, for example, is over 3. I like to hit 3 for each trade because I know that if I can take 10 trades at 3 risk to reward. Okay, and I can lose 7 in a row and lose 1% on each trade. And obviously that would be minus 7% overall. But then if I win 3, that obviously there'll be 3% win per trade. So it'll be minus 7% plus 9%. You see what I mean? I only need to actually win 30% of the trades I take using this method to be in profit overall. So I know now if I take a sell here and this shoots up and hits stop loss, that's fine. I can look for another entry. I can enter this trade 10 times, lose 7, but only win 3. I'm laughing. Alberto, what is the name of US30 in MetaTrader 4? It is, depends on your broker. Some of them call it US30, some call it DJ30, US Tech you could even use. Depends on your broker, but for me it's US30 or DJ30. Okay, this candle's got 1 minute left. Let's see, let's zoom in a bit so you can see this. My stops for sure will be above this consolidation here in the 15 minute. Yeah, that looks good to me. The 15 minute. Or do I want to take this right now? Get out of the way. Because if this 15 minute candle's got 6 minutes left, I might actually wait this out. Ah, you want to see the prices on the live chat window? Ooh. I can't change that right now. Definitely for next stream. Sorry about that. Yeah, I will change that so you can see the prices. But if I do take a trade, obviously I'll tell you which prices we're at, and I can do this and show you like our stop loss and everything. Yeah, I'm going to wait another 5 minutes because this 15 minute candle could easily wick below this level and price back in here. So I'm going to wait for that to close. Ideally, how it would close right now would be perfect, and we'd take a sell like this straight away. But I'm going to wait for sure. So 5 more minutes to wait. The dog is asleep. She is not excited. But here's a potential trade on US30. And this is showing right now why it's key to wait for the 15 minute candle to close. Yeah, trades that I take now are definitely going to go in my Telegram group, as obviously all of my trades I take go in my Telegram group. That, for those of you who don't know, is I have a free Telegram group, which is you don't have to pay me a single penny to join. All you need is your own money to trade with, and if that's something that interests you, head over to my Instagram. I've put the link in the description, I believe. Head over to my Instagram, just send me a DM, just send me the word free, or just say, hey Andy, I want to join the free group, and I'll get you in there now. On my lives, obviously, like today, for example, I've taken 2 trades in my group, which obviously I did before I was live, so you couldn't see those on YouTube. So every single trade I take on live or offline, they all go into my Telegram group, and that's completely free to see them. now we're just waiting for this 15-minute candle to close. I'm not in this trade yet. Not in the trade. For risk calculator for US30, if you just Google it, there's loads. Just be wary of your brokers and based on what units. Check on your broker's website first what units they use for US30, because mine's different. But everyone's is different. So mine, I could, let's say I had a 50 pip stop loss and I wanted to risk 1%. For my account, that might mean I use 5 lots. But for other accounts, it might mean 50 lots. It's based on what units they use. So check with your broker, ask them which units it is, and then ask them if they have a risk calculator on their website, or if not, just give it a Google and just make sure you're using the right units and right measurements in there. This 15-minute candle is looking very good. I am still wary of these wicks over here, these 3 wicks. That's why we enter the trade. I've got to take profit 1 here, where these wicks are, because we could definitely come back down. But we're hoping for a quick in and out. There's 2 minutes left on this 15-minute candle, so 5 minutes should be shown. Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah, if this 5-minute closes below the body of these two, we are in for sure. Something like this. Okay. That target 1 may have to drop down. No, you know what? I think there's still range there. Yeah, it's 20 pips. We can take a 20 pip target 1. It also correlates with that moving average there, so that'll be quite good. Waiting. 1 minute 30 left of this candle before it in, if price closes below this level here. MetaTrader is at the ready. 1 minute left. Oh. 15-minute. Yeah, looking good. This stop loss allows us to have some retracement if price has come back up into this zone before coming back down. That's what this large stop loss allows. Obviously, we can manage the trade as we go, but this just allows for a big spike for whatever reason. 29 seconds. That target. Okay, we're not going to go for a TP1, you know. I'm just going to hold it and we're going to close off as we can go. Five seconds. We're going to get in. We're going to get in. We're in, right? We're in sales. Sales are in. We managed to get entry on the close, which is there. And now we can wait. Let's just adjust my levels on here. Cool, right, US30, we are in a live trade right now. Oh, why is that not? Sorry guys, I'm just going to get this in my group. There's the levels, by the way, if you guys are asking, of the trade we're in right now. I'll take a look at USD JPY and gold just after this. We're going to just trade this for now. Wait. We're probably going to look if we can get to about 20, 30 pips maybe in profit. We're going to look to close off half and make this trade risk free and then just let it run. But now the boring waiting game begins. Now we must wait. How was Naples? Oh, Naples is brilliant, man. It's carnage. The roads in Naples. You Italians, I can't decide if they're terrible at driving or brilliant at driving. Like, it's a road that in London would be 2 lanes. Everyone's in 2 lanes, driving perfect. But in Naples, there's like 4 or 5 layers of cars, motorbikes going everywhere. Like, I've never had to look so much when crossing the road. It's crazy there. The food is amazing. I think, well, I went from Monday to Friday, and I think I ate like 9 pizzas. Like, oh, it is brilliant. It's a great place. I don't know how I'd feel about going there in the midst of summer, which I am, going back in July, because that place seems like it will get very, very hot. The very narrow streets don't seem ideal in very hot weather. But yeah, Naples is beautiful. Very, very nice place. Highly recommend going. If you're in the UK, it's my fiance and I, we got very cheap flights. We got an email from Ryanair, I think it was, or EasyJet, one of those really, really cheap flights we just got. We booked it on a Friday and went on the Monday. It was brilliant. Yeah, highly recommend Naples. US30 is playing games. Try to zoom in a little bit so you can see. It's been a little boring, but that's okay. We can wait. Do I make more money through affiliate fees or trading? Definitely trading. The commission I get for referring you guys to the broker really isn't as much as people think. I just get that added to my trading account, so it just boosts up my trading income. It's just a little bonus because I see, the way I see it, there's so many scams around it now, but I see it as, for my group, I could charge 50 quid, 100 quid a month, and you guys could join. But the way I do it with the broker is, obviously, if you haven't got an account already, people will sign up with, like, they don't have to pay me anything, there's no fees. You sign up to a great broker that I use, and then you don't have to pay me anything to join the group, as the broker obviously pays me a commission, which covers the cost for your entry to the group. So I do offer as well, if people do want to join free and if they don't want to use my broker, they can pay a monthly fee. That 5-minute candle is boring, but we could start seeing a move down now. Why is my Trustpilot so bad? I don't actually have a Trustpilot. Someone made one. It's not like business confirmed. It's basically, you guys have already seen how many accounts on Instagram of these scammers pretending to be me. They have these systems that just copy my account, and they scam people. And people obviously leaving reviews. Like I might have to set up my own proper Trustpilot and actually have verified customers. Because, you know, on Trustpilot now, I think you can see it on a review, it will say, like, not a verified customer, or, do you know what I mean? Like, you can confirm with an order number or a reference from the actual business if it's a confirmed review. So I might have to do that and then get people to review and have a proper Trustpilot. But yeah, that Trustpilot's not mine. Monthly fee if you want to join the group without using my broker is £49.99 pounds per month, or you can pay a monthly fee which is £199.99 at the moment. Dog's having a fight outside. My dog is very interested. Hey, sit down. Bet. Get down. US30 is making a move now. We're making moves. What broker do I use? I use Vantage. That's what I suggest my followers to use as well. It's just brilliant. There is some spreads with Vantage, but there's spreads of every broker. If a broker has no spreads, then they'll just charge you a commission per trade. So with Vantage, there's no fees to pay. You just have a spread on each trade. But I like Vantage because obviously they're fully regulated. They've got all the licensing, so your money is completely safe by law. They have brilliant support. Like their live chat is unreal. Like you get straight through to a human straight away, and they can help you with any questions you've got. They have all sorts of resources on the website as well, and it's just the best broker I've used. Like I've used before brokers that have lower spreads, but the support is terrible. The website's terrible. It just seems like a scam. So I always find it's best to go with a broker that's fully regulated where you're from, so your money is completely safe and you can withdraw at any time. US30 has been very boring. Dog right now. Look at my story. What are you doing? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Cool. Am I boring you? Right, US30, come on. What do I think about FTMO challenges? I think they can be a good way to get capital if you've not got a good income and you want to get some funds to trade with. I don't think it's the way, if you're trading full time, I don't think it's the way to go, because I don't even know what they offer now. Is it 70-30 split? Like, money you make is not all yours, and they've got such strict targets. It's just, I think they're good to do. Grab yourself a £10,000 account or something, and it's great, because if you're a brilliant trader on demo, not using real money, you'll see how quickly that changes once you're using a real account, because the emotions come into play, and that's where you'll know if you're a good trader or not. It's very easy to be confident and take profitable trades on a demo account, but a lot of people don't realize how much it actually changes when you go into a real life scenario. The best ones to use, I have no clue. The ones I know that are good, that I've heard of a lot, are my Forex funds and FTMO. I'm sure there's loads on the market now, but yeah, do your research if you're going to do one. But for me, yeah, if you've got an income coming in, I suggest you spend money on education. Subtle link to my course there. But spend your money on some education, and then with your income per month, work out how much money you can set aside each month, and just keep filtering that into your trading account. And you'll be surprised, with compounding trades as well, if you're winning, plus the income coming every month, you'll be surprised how quickly that account grows over time. You don't want to save up all your money and then just chuck it all into a trading account and just go in the deep end with no education or no clue what you're doing. Definitely. Only put into a trading account what you can afford to lose, and obviously only risk 1 to 2% of your balance per trade, because otherwise you are gambling. Charty is very, very nearly live. We're just doing a few more little tests. We're going to release like a beta version to guys who are already members. We can just fix any bugs, and then we are ready to go live. Charty, if you guys don't know, is my new platform. It's coming out very soon. It's going to be an all-in-one, almost like a community. There's going to be a course on there. There's going to be expert traders there you can talk to. You can chat. You can share analysis. It's just going to be an all-in-one platform for traders, which you can get access to now. The actual platform's not live now, but you can get access to my course through the link in my bio on Instagram. And then with that, obviously, you'll have free access into Charty when it is completely live. But yeah, check it out on Instagram. It's at charty.club. No, at charty.app. Sorry, we changed it. Charty app. Time frames. You can see what I have up here. Can you see? Yeah. I use the daily and the 4 hour for general market direction and structure. And then I use the hourly to pinpoint entries. The hourly is to identify more structure in key areas, and then the 15-minute and the 5-minute. Sometimes the hourly are used for my entries. US30 is playing right now. It's been a bit boring, but this is typical market structure. You can see it's happened multiple times. We have the pullback, we have the push down, we have the pullback, so a push down, pullback, push down, pullback, push down. As long as we're trading below these levels here, we're safe. But it is a waiting game. Dog hairs everywhere. Dan Patel, do I trade live every day? Not every day. All of my trades that I take every day go into my Telegram group, but live on YouTube, I'm going to try and do it more and more, try and get in a routine. Tomorrow, definitely, I'm going to be live for quite some time. Probably similar time to how I started today, maybe 10, 11 o'clock GMT. But yeah, make sure you're subscribed. So obviously you're going to get notified. No, you have to put the bell on, you subscribe and hit notifications. And then obviously you're going to get notified when I do go live. I will also put it in my Telegram group and on my Instagram when I do go live. So look out for that tomorrow morning. And we're going to be trading gold, US30, USD pairs, everything. Let's just have a little quick look at gold whilst US30 is running. You can see, guys who weren't here earlier, I've got 2 positions set. I've got a sell limit and a buy limit. I'm waiting for gold to do something. It's very boring right now. Just going to let those sit. EURUSD again, and waiting for a push above this level before taking sales in this zone. USD-CHF is coming up to take profit 1. That was selling in the group yesterday. Pound USD as well. I'm waiting for that pullback to confirm whether I'm going to jump out of this trade or not. I want price to stay in this zone and do something like this. Okay. Cool. Moving averages, to add them, you literally just click indicators and then you go to, I think you just type it in. I think it's MA I use, yeah. You just type in MA and it'll be that first moving average you see there. Chuck that on your chart. Just sit back and wait, as usual. Whoever says trading is fun is a liar. It is boring. But you gotta do what you gotta do. US30 is having that retracement, which is absolutely fine. Okay, go with that. We're just waiting. How come I used to trade much larger lots last year? They've stayed pretty similar. Obviously, I've made withdrawals in my account and my balance has changed, so risking 1% per trade is always, it's not always going to be the same amount. And some trades obviously use a much lower lot if the markets are very volatile, or there's news coming up, things like that. What did I do before I started trading? Yeah, Matthew Pagney seems to know everything about me. Yeah, I used to work for a sofa company. I used to do their advertising and run their website. I am liking this on US30, by the way. I'm liking this right now. I know it's just sitting around entry, but I like to see these retracements because realistically there's going to be a retest of this level most likely at some point. So we could look to take another entry if price does come back up to here. We could take another entry before it does something like this. Obviously, I'm hoping it might do that at this level, but we'll see. Let me zoom it back in so you can see it a bit clearer. Oh no, no, I've hidden him. Shit, how do I get rid of that? Sorry, I've put someone in. Okay, cool. What is the amount where you can start withdrawing 3 to 4k monthly for your life expenses and still going private monthly? Depends on a lot of factors, really. Obviously, if you need 3 to 4k monthly for bills and expenses, you obviously want to be making over that in your trading account, obviously. And if you basically just got to reverse engineer, you've got to work it back. So if you're looking to, let's say your target is to make £5,000 in your trading account monthly, you've got to work out what percent of that is compared to your balance. If you've got £100,000 in your account, it's going to be a 5%. If you're making 5% a month, and you're going to do it. So if you need to work out what your average percentage gain is per month, and then work that back based on your balance. So if you make 5% a month, then you're going to need £100,000 balance if you're making 5% a month to make £5,000 a month. So you just got to work it back, work out what you need, and go from there. I'm liking the look at this retest here. Is 5% a month realistic? Well, yeah, definitely. If it all depends. Like, some people risk 5% per trade, which I don't suggest, but if you're risking 1% per trade for a potential 3% gain, do you know what I mean? There's 2 wins and 1 there's 2 wins and 1 loss, and you've made 5%. It's very, very realistic, really. I know a lot of people who are making 20 to 30% profit a month. Some people make 1 or 2% profit a month, but it's all about your balance, how you trade, how you manage risk. We'll come back up for a retest now. Do I deal with sections? Oh, you mean sessions? Sessions, yeah. So I normally trade, I think I have it on my chart here. I had to recheck it the other day because obviously in the UK, our clocks went forward an hour at the weekend, so I had to check because it confuses me every single time. It confuses me how much. Let me show you this on a different chart. Actually, let's keep this one up here. Let's keep that there. Let's go to gold quick. So the sessions I trade New York and London. Hopefully you can see that quite clearly. Here's London Open. We've got at 8 a.m. now. 7 a.m. 8 a.m. And then we've got. Let me just zoom down here. You can see. This is London Open here. This is New York Open. This middle section is the overlap of London, New York. London ends here. New York ends here. I like to trade within this whole time frame. Normally in this zone here is where you see a lot of volume, where London and New York are both open and it's overlapping. Sometimes I trade Asian session, but obviously that's in the evenings for me, where I don't really like to trade. But yeah, be careful, wary around these times where markets are opening and closing, because volume can come in and out of the markets very, very easily. Gold's still messing around. We're just going to leave our buy and sell limits there. Let that chill. And US30 is taking its time. I like that previous 5 minute. Where's my mouse gone? We could start. What's that? There's a pin in it, yeah. We could start looking to move into profit now for sure. When I'm in a trade, do I usually only look? Do I usually watch the chart or Action Money? No, I don't. Like right now, I don't have MetaTrader open. I know a lot of people trade on their desktop. Like I could have it up here on my computer screen, but I don't like to do that. I just like seeing the money value of the trade. Just adds extra emotion that you don't need to see. For me, I've got my phone right here. It's locked. It's ready to go. I can unlock and go onto MetaTrader within seconds. I like to trade now. I'm just looking at the chart. I don't know if this is £10 in profit or £10,000 in profit right now. Like, the money value shouldn't matter at all. I want to know if this is going to hit stop loss. Am I closing in profit? Am I making risk free? I don't like to look at it on my. It's not a right or wrong situation. You can for sure trade. You can do your analysis and trade on MetaTrader on the desktop platform. But I personally like to do it all on TradingView and simply go on my phone just to chop in and out on MetaTrader. We want price to realistically close below this area here. We get a nice clean close below here. We can look to start looking to make this risk free. Wyckoff, I've never really looked at it fully. It looks too time consuming to trade that. I've said it before about like scalping and SMC, smart money concepts. Looks highly profitable, but it's just too much screen time for me. Like I'm gonna hop off here in like 15, 20 minutes maybe, and like I'll be done for the day. But I know some people who are doing really well, making good gains using smart money concepts, but they're in front of the computer for hours. Do I use the Advantage app? No, I don't use the Advantage app to trade. Obviously I use it to make withdrawals and deposits, but I just use MetaTrader as the platform. It's just quicker for entries, and it's just what I'm familiar with over the years. Yes, if someone asked Harvey Williams, so when I send out 3 different take profits on one signal, risk 1% split into different 3, yeah. So if I've sent a trade that has 3 take profit targets, I'm taking 3 entries, all with the same stop loss. And obviously, let's say I want to risk 1% on that trade overall. I'm not entering 1% risk on each trade. Let's say my usual lot size is 0.3. I'd enter 3 positions at 0.1. So I'm entering. I know it's hard to obviously, if it's 3 take profits, to get it perfectly divided by 3, but yeah, you want to do 3 times 0.33% trades, if that makes sense. Or if there's 2 take profits, you want to split, you want to half your usual lot size, so you're risking 0.5% per trade. Can I take a look at natural gas? No, I don't trade natural gas. Sorry, I'm not a fan. Who's in this US30 trade then? Let me know. Who's in? What are your thoughts? Yeah, we're all in. Good. Not looking at how much you made. Yeah, good. Place the trade, let it run. When you need to take action, then hop onto MetaTrader. I've always told people before, it's a good tip to not just sit there and stare at your MetaTrader 4 screen or MetaTrader 5 screen and just watch the profit go up or down. There's no benefit to that. Watch the chart if you want to actively monitor the trade like I'm doing right now. I'm just watching the chart. If we have a strange move happen or we go nicely into profit, I'm only going to open the MetaTrader app to make a change. I'm not going to open it to look at it and go, oh, plus £100, plus £200, or minus £500. Like, it's just going to bring emotions in where you don't need to. Waiting for price to come out of this range. Waiting, as always. Come on, push down, push down. Oh, my camera's died. Shit. Okay. Oh, I can charge it now. Pushing down, it's pushing down. Just gonna stick this on charge quickly. that dog? Here. Oh. Right, that's charging, cool. 2 minutes left on this 5-minute candle. Here we go. What is my dream car? That's a question. I love the Aston Martin. I love the Tesla. I wouldn't say there is a dream car. Like every week it changes. Like last week I've been obsessed with Porsche GT3 RS. GT3, GT4s. They're beautiful cars, but I love the Aston Martin. I think it just has that bit extra class to it. But I do like, obviously I've got the V8, the 4 litre V8 Vantage. But they've got a new V12 Vantage out, which is just horny. Which maybe next year, maybe I might just upgrade to that V12 Vantage. I don't know. I'm not interested at all in like Lamborghinis and McLarens. I don't know, it just doesn't do it for me. But I would like as well, I really like the old school, like the 1980s Porsches, the 911s. Wow, they are special. But I need a bigger garage. I need a huge garage first. So getting married next year, and then hopefully going to move house with a big old garage, and then fill up with cars. That's the ideal. Do I personally use Vantage or broker? Yes, I do. I wouldn't suggest it to you guys if I didn't use it myself. Nissan GTR, GLE 63S. GLE 63S is lovely. Very nice car. I'm actually looking to sell the Tesla at the moment. I just got a new windscreen for it. I left it parked outside in the road for 2 weeks, and it had like 2 massive cracks down the windscreen. I've got that fixed. I'm going to get it valeted, and then I'm going to get it sold. How old am I? I'm 26 now. Birthday was two or 3 weeks ago now. It's 26. Old man, knocking on. I've been trading since I was about 18. That's when I started. It got quite serious when I was 19, 20. Since then, it's just been steady growth. Well, that 5-minute candle's closed now. That looks really good. I like that. We're plus 15 pips at the moment. If we can get through this bottom wick here, we've got more growth to do this same pattern again. You can see we had break, retest. If we can break through, I want this to happen again, just like that. And then once that happens, guess what? You wanted to do it again. But it's a waiting game. US30 is very slow today. Not a lot of range at all, but profit is profit. What do I think about the EA? I don't use EAs. I've never used them. I don't have a clue what that one is. Not for me. How much money did I start trading with? So I spent ages learning, using a demo account, and then I saved up a bit of my income at the time, and I'd start with £5,000 in my account, and every month I'd add like another 500 to £1,000, keep topping it up as it went, and it slowly grew, and just kept adding to it. I was just withdrawing the amount of money I needed to have, and just keeping the account as large as I could while it builds up. Because obviously a 3% win on a £5,000 account is not as much if you're on a £200,000, £300,000 account. If I look at the 1 hour chart on US30, would I say potential take profit can be 31 800 on the hourly. 31 at 800. Slow. Down here, down to these zones. Yeah, this is targets. I went for this earlier on the daily. This area is where I think if this daily candle today can close below this daily MA, this is the 200, correct? Yeah, below the 200 MA, we can definitely start to take sales. We've got all this range to take sales in. First targets, like initially each day, down at these bottoms here. But yeah, I think price is definitely going to come back down to this zone here over time. If you're looking to take a swing trade, I mean, you can look for an entry now on the 4 hour or the hourly. And for sure you can set your targets down the 31800s definitely. But I'm just looking for quick in and outs. Which CRV do I prefer? What is a CRV, please? I feel like I should know what that is. CRV. Don't know. Leverage, yeah, 1 to 500 is my leverage, which a lot of people straight away who don't know about managing risk are like, what? 1 to 500 leverage? That is crazy, but it doesn't matter which leverage you use. You can easily use a risk calculator. I know per trade, I'm only going to maximum lose 1% of my trading capital per trade. Doesn't matter the leverage. CRV is risk to reward. Oh, risk to reward. What was the question? Oh, okay. Oh, risk to reward. Yeah. So I aim for most of my trades to be at least 3 risk to reward. So my take profit is 3 times larger than my stop loss value. And again, I went for this earlier. Like if I take 10 trades at 3 risk to reward ratio, I can afford to lose 7 out of those 10 trades. As long as I win 3, I'm in profit overall. So with 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio, you only need to win 30% of the trades you take to be in profit overall. James Helm, in relation to tax, I have an accountant who does it all for me. If you're at a stage where you're making consistent withdrawals trading, obviously I can't give tax advice, I'm not an accountant, but for me, once I started making income from trading, I just contacted an accountant and they did it all for me. It doesn't seem like there's a lot to it. It's literally a case of you declare how much money you've got in the account, how much money you've taken out, and then you can pay tax based on that. But obviously that changes from country to country, but in the UK it seems quite simple, but it's easier for me. I don't pay my accountant a lot at all because it's very simple for them to do. But obviously they're a professional and they know what they're doing, so I pay them a yearly fee, and they declare it all for me. All I have to do is sign my name and then transfer over whatever the tax is. Just makes it easier. How much money have I lost to become profitable? To be fair, like this isn't a flex, but like, I didn't lose a lot of money at all because I spent so much time like perfecting the strategy, using a demo account, and then starting with £5,000. Like by the time I'd started on real money, the strategy was profitable. So the maximum I've lost really is 1%. Like obviously that's, now I've got a larger account, 1% is a lot more money, but it's still 1% of my balance. Like the maximum I've ever lost is 1%. Like, yeah, I have streaks of losing a lot of trades in a row, but as I said, take 10 trades in a week, lose the first 7, and then win the last 3 and I'm in profit. It's a game of just, like if US30 shot up now and hit my stop loss, I don't care. I knew it was valid. I had all the confirmation I needed. It fits my plan. At the end of the day, it wins or loses. If it loses, I look for another entry. If it still conforms to all the confirmations I had before. It's a game of not caring, really. Obviously, it's hard to not be happy if you win a trade. Like, of course, you're going to be happy if you win a trade, but you don't see it where, like, if I hit a take profit now, I'm not going to be fist bumping the air. I'm not going to be like crying and like jumping all around the room. Like, it's just like, oh nice, it won. Okay, perfect. Or sometimes it's actually not better, but there's a lot more positives to be taken out of a losing trade than a winning trade. Because if your trade's lost, you've got it there in front of you to see. Like, this trade lost right now, if it shot straight up here and hit my stop loss, I've now got this to see. Right, I entered here because I entered off this confirmation, whatever. What did I do wrong for that to lose? It might be a case of I can't win every trade. I entered perfectly based on all my confirmations. It fit my strategy, but it just lost, and that's that. Or if I did something wrong, I can say, oh, actually, I didn't make sure it was in the right direction. I didn't make sure I had this confirmation. You know, a loss is sometimes, was almost always a good thing, because you can learn from a loss. You can learn a lot more from a loss than you can from a win. But again, it's a game of, if this trade shoots up and hits my stop loss now, I'm not going to be swearing and angry and breaking stuff on my desk. Like, it's okay, I lost, minus 1%, we'll go again. This is looking good. I'm liking this. Again, if we need to be trading below this wick, which I know it's not going to want to do. But we've got 1 minute 40 seconds left in this candle. If it closes below, we could look to take off some profits. We're at 17 pips right now. That would be around 20 pips profit if we do close below. We're just all waiting. So guys, it's breaking through now. I'm going to head off stream in about 5-10 minutes. So those of you who are in this trade from the stream and are not already in my Telegram group, make sure you send me a message on Instagram now. And then when I hop off, I'm going to get back to you, and I can add you into the live group, to the Telegram group. So then you can, obviously, what am I trying to say? When I want to close half of this trade or make risk free or close the trade completely, it's going to go straight into my live, my Telegram. So if you're not in the Telegram already, message me on Instagram and I can get you in the Telegram now. So once I do hop off the live stream, you can still manage this trade and also catch any other trades that I take today. My Instagram is at ADK Social. Be careful of the fakes. There's so many people pretending to be me. ADK Social is my only Instagram account. So if someone messages you from an account that's not ADK Social saying, oh, I've got an opportunity for you, Bitcoin, all this bollocks, block and report them. It's not me. But if you haven't already, please subscribe to the YouTube. It'll help me out. We can grow this community much more. Drop a like on this video as well. Also go over to my Instagram if you don't already follow me, and follow me. Again, message me if you want to get access to all of my trades. I'm going to hop off here, guys. Again, yeah, we do close below this level here on the 5 minute and close bearish. I'm going to look to make this trade risk free and close off half. But other than that, we're just going to wait for this trade to pan out, and any updates, of course, will go in my Telegram group. Thanks for stopping by, guys. See you tomorrow. I'll be live streaming tomorrow all day. See you soon.